Good morning. Welcome to my 30K run. Just getting started. I think I already started out too fast. That's how slow I want to be. Back it off and just take it easy on this one. 30K is the longest run I've ever run. The weather and the radar said it's supposed to be clear this morning, but it's super cloudy. Makes it darker than normal. So I break out my old headlamp. But I'll do my best to check in at all the mile parts. The mile points. Thank you for running with me this morning. Just getting started, not even at the mile yet. I'll see you at the mile. Mile 1 already. That's pretty quick, but I'm going pretty slow. I'm trying to warm up into the run, but I got longer to warm up than normal. So 30K, that means for me I divide it up into 3 10Ks. First 10K is just me getting used to the run, warming up, just getting in the act of running. The second 10K, I'm going to try to lock into a pace that's not too hard, but not too easy either. And just lock into that pace. And in the third 10K, well, I just want to survive that one. So that's my game plan. It's a cool morning. It's a welcome change to this heat wave we've been having. But at least it's not raining. That's a good thing. Alright, I'll check in with you at mile 2. Alright, that's 2 miles down. And I'm doing okay. I got this new running belt for my longer runs. It's got 2 water bottles on it, and I'm not used to it. And it's not that it's adding weight, and it doesn't bounce much, but it's just an adjustment I'm not used to. And I know I need to bring hydration with me. So coming up with solutions for that is part of the marathon training. My plan is to take in some fuel about every 4 miles versus my usual every 5K. That way I can spread it out a little bit longer. I'll increase it if I feel an energy drop, but we'll see how that goes. But that's 2 miles. We'll see you at 3. Alright, that's 5K already. You know, time is amazing because I'm running at a recovery pace. Not very fast at all, just recovery pace. And I'm already at 5K. But Friday night I ran a 5K race, and it was a tough one. One, it was at evening, and I'm used to running in the morning. So I'm used to running on empty stomach, and I didn't eat a whole lot Friday. Like, I ate enough. I was properly fueled, but I'd had a whole day's worth of meals in my stomach, it felt like, and I'm used to running on an empty stomach, so that made it a little different. And then I wasn't really running all that hard, but it was raining and the course was off-road and it was muddy, and those are all just scenarios that I wasn't used to. Now, don't get me wrong, I enjoyed the run a lot, but I just ran a 5K distance a lot slower, but it felt faster than that race I did Friday night. I guess because I didn't think I was ever going to finish that race. I think I ran it in under 30 despite the conditions, and that side stitch I got that really slowed me down about mile 2 into it. But this time is funny. But that's 5K in, and still no sun. We'll see you at 4 miles. I'll be able to stop and take in a little fuel. All right, that is 4 miles in. Taking my first gel here. I was going good. I didn't actually want to stop, but I was also going down the hill. So I was like, let me keep on going right through this mile 4, but I said I better not. Still got a long way to go. When you feel pretty good and early in a run, and you feel like, well, I can pick up the pace and I can really fly right now, it's best that you don't and you hold back, because you need to save that energy for that mile 16, 17, and 18, which I'm not looking forward to. I'm appreciating a nice cool morning. It's been so hot lately, or raining, that I've been telling everyone I've talked to about their runs, who's talking to me about theirs. They're all running in 98-degree weather, 110% humidity at 3-4 o'clock in the afternoon, or 5 or 6 in the evening. And I was like, man, I have to get out there before the sun can see me. The heat and humidity can definitely be a factor in how well you can run. And the problem is like when you're really trying to figure out, like, well, what is my pace and what is my endurance? How far can I go? When you're really sincerely asking yourself those questions, you can't base it off of a run that where the sun slowed you down and the humidity hurt your breathing, and you ran out of hydration on the run, or whatever the factors may be. It's hard to judge your runs by that run, not considering the elements. So that's why I wake up early in the morning. But I find something here lately very gratifying about waking up early in the morning. I'm really enjoying it. Feels like I can really take on my day if I get up early and do something pretty awesome. And then still got the rest of my day to look forward to, so I'm liking getting up early. Anyway, I need to get back at it. It's time. I'll see you at the next mile 5. All right, that's 5 miles in. Daylight's starting to happen. It's overcast. Here's my buddy. Earlier, right after mile 1, he found an unfortunate kitten who had been ran over, and he picked it up and was carrying it with him, and I was yelling at him to put the kitten down. He wouldn't do it. He done found him a reward. He was gonna run the whole run with it. I'm not sure if he realizes that we have a lot of miles to go, so you don't want to carry that kitten in your mouth the whole time. Finally, after about a mile or so, he did the right thing. He put the kitten down. I hate to see the kitten had died, and even more so hate to become a meal for my black lab. But he found him a prize and he wanted to keep it. Anyway, that's mile 5. I'll see you at the 10K mark. All right, that's 10K, 6.2 miles, and that was my warm-up. So I think the real part of my run happens right now. So for the next 10K, I'm going to try to lock into a pace and forget that I even just ran a 10K. So, and then I'll use that last 10K as a cool down. Like I said, my only goal with that 10K is to survive it. This goal, though, is to run a 10K like I mean it, not a race. I'm still at just above recovery pace. I'm not going very fast. I'm just going the distance. So I'll holler back at you at mile 7. Hey, there's finally light. This is mile 7, and I'm feeling pretty good. Mile 8, the next one, I want to take in some more fuel and water. But yeah, I can definitely feel it. But I feel pretty good for the most part. Sometimes I can't help but to wonder what I got myself into. The other day I would happen to be in Tupelo, and I said, hey, let's go and drive the Tupelo Marathon course. I just want to see it and try to commit some of it to memory. Last thing I want to do in a marathon is take a wrong turn. So we drove it, and it's an out and back, but at the 13.1 mark you can keep going and go right back to the starting line. That's just only about a mile or so away. So anyway, we're driving and we come to the start line and we set the odometer in the car and we took off. I was trying to take in the surroundings. I was trying to take in like what to look for in the landmarks and stuff. And we drove for what felt like a long way. I looked down at the odometer and it hadn't even been 3 miles yet. And I was like, geez, this is a long way. But that was only 3 miles. So we kept on going. The road seemed to stretch forever. Meanwhile, we're driving, we're not running. And there's a couple questionable areas, like, do I keep right here? And we were looking at the map, and I was thinking, this is like a complicated route for a marathon. And I definitely think it's a course for experienced marathoners. But we go another long way, and I know there's a sharp right turn coming up. And I look down at the odometer, it's only 5 miles. And I'm thinking, wow, this is really long. We finally get to the sharp turn I knew was on the map. Then we took that road, and that went on what seemed like forever. And then there's a couple turns that happened after that. And anyway, we finally, after a lot of driving, we make it to where the 13.1 mark is. And I said I was only halfway. And it made me realize just how long 26.2 miles is. I was running with some friends the other day, and my friend Lucas looked at me and he goes, why you want to do a marathon? What was it? What happened to you that you woke up one day and you said, I want to run a marathon? I mean, that's a valid question. It's almost like no sane person wakes up and said, well, who's not an athlete, but no sane person wakes up and said, hey, I think I want to train for a marathon. So I told him my story. I backed up to where I thought was the beginning, and my goal of getting out of a health scare situation, then second goal of getting off medications, walking more. Walking gradually turned into running. But at the end of the day, I was like, anything that's worth doing, it's going to be hard to do. And by setting a goal, regardless if I can complete said goal or not, but setting a goal keeps me consistent. It keeps me showing up every day. That's why I think goals are important. And when we as people can realize, and this is me talking to me, but me as a human being can realize that accomplishing the goal that you set for yourself isn't and never was the point. The point is the consistency. The point is showing up for yourself. we live in a world where we want people to show up for us. And I think that before that could ever happen, you gotta first show up for yourself. And as I close out this little session, you get to mile 8. I put up a graphic the other day. I was at work and my mind was the fact that I was thinking, I really don't know if I can do 26.2 miles. Especially I came off a long run that was pretty brutal the last 2 miles. And I was just thinking, I don't know if I could do it. I really don't. But that's when the quote hit me. I said, courage is the willingness and determination to attempt something that you are almost certain that you cannot do. I'm gonna say that one more time. That's what courage is. Courage is willingness and determination to go out and attempt something that you are almost certain you cannot do. So that's why I'm here. That's why I wake up at 4:30 in the morning. That's why I dig deep. That's why I analyze my runs. That's why I prep meals and prep my gear the night before, plan out my routes, because I don't know if I can do this thing, but doing this thing isn't even the goal. The goal is that I'm out here doing it. I'll see you at mile 8. Alright, that's 8 miles. I still feel pretty good. I just took in some fuel, some water. It's a difference maker in these long runs. But I've been very careful about not going too hard or too fast. If I can properly pull back my pace and just run the distance, I think that's going to prepare me better than me just trying to go for some time goal here in a long run, especially a long run distance I've never run before. So I'm just scaling it back, keeping it easy. I'll say I'm probably at recovery pace, but maybe a little stronger than recovery pace, especially since once I warmed up, pace naturally increased without me even trying to. But just gonna keep it easy, keep the pace low, and I'll see you at mile 9. Alright, that's 9 miles. I'm close to 15K, which is halfway. That's crazy. I felt like I ran a whole run, but I'm just at the halfway mark. But that's what this is about. What's the old saying? If it was easy, anyone would do it, right? I'll see you at 10 miles. All right, it's 10 miles in, and it's a beautiful morning already. It's hard to believe that school's back in session. I passed several school buses. They passed me rather. Taking a different route. One of my favorite things about running is running in new places. Even places I might have been before, but especially places I've never been before. I've been here driving a lot, but I never ran here. When you run it, I must say, you take on a quite different perspective. But I love running places I haven't ran before. Breaks up the monotony too of the runs. Alright, so 10 miles in. That means I got 8 miles or so more to go. And I think it'll be here pretty quickly. Hope so anyway. I'm enjoying the run. I can just tell I'm starting to feel it. Having said that, I'll see y'all at mile 11. All right, so that's mile 11. 11 miles in. My knees and feet are really feeling it. And that third 10K I was talking about, where my goal is only to survive it, that's soon to become a reality, because the end of this 10K is pretty hard. It's morning traffic's pretty it's Monday, so work, school is happening, so traffic's increased, made it a lot harder to run. But the end of this 10K is coming up in just a little more than a mile, so I'll see you there. All right, so that's 20K ran, and I got 10K to go. And I will admit, I'm feeling it. My legs, feet, my glutes, they hurt. They're pretty good too. But I don't think they hurt so bad I can't finish this run. I mean, after all, 30K is the longest distance I've ever ran. But I've ran 20K before. My last long run, my last stretched long run was 25K. So this is just 5K further than my longest run. It's not too bad, or not too much more. Last week I got to back off a little bit. I think I just did a 2-hour run, or an hour and a half, something like that. I don't remember now. But I also ran with some friends, and when you run with friends, it's over before you know it. That's why I like running with friends. So on that note, I'll say, if you're interested in trying out running and not so sure you could do it, well, I'm pretty sure you can. Just gotta try. But what will make that process way more possible for you is to find a group and start running with some friends. And a lot of people are really scared and hesitant to do that because they think, well, I'll hold them back, or I won't be able to keep up. That's the things that you tell yourself in your brain. But let me tell you this, those groups are designed to help you. You're not going to hold them up, and they're not going to leave you behind. And you just have to show up and experience that to realize what I'm saying is true. And that's the best advice I think I can give any new runner, because iron sharpens iron. And if you want to get better or get good or get consistent at something, then find people who are already good and better and consistent, and that's who you rub elbows with. And there's nothing wrong with that at all. In fact, one day, a lot sooner than you can imagine, people are going to be coming to you saying, can I rub elbows with you because I want to do what you're doing. And let me tell you, that, my friend, is the cycle of life. Okay, I'm going to get back at it here. And just a 10K to go. Alright, that's a half marathon, 13.1 miles. We're trucking along, going up a hill right now, so it's pretty challenging. Like I said earlier, this morning traffic is picking up. Everybody's day is beginning. A lot of people getting to work. Thankfully, I'm off work today. But I'm doing something special. I'm taking my twins to move into their dorms, their second year of college. And they're just babies to me. Can't believe they're young adults. But they are. And that's life. Life kind of moves fast. I think that's why I'm starting to run too. It's because running slows down time for me just a little bit. But just a little bit may be all I need to appreciate it. And I think we should all appreciate life. We just got to find ways to do it. And if I were to quote John Lennon, and it's so true, life is what happens when you're busy making plans. So true. Alright, we're 13 miles. I'll see you at 14. Alright, that's 14 miles. We're getting there. We're almost halfway through the last 10K. And I think we're gonna make it. Yeah, I'm hurting. But that's what this is about. This is where the work begins. In fact, it's like I ran myself to a point of fatigue so that I could put in the work. I think it was Muhammad Ali who used to say something to the effect that he doesn't start counting his reps until he feels the burn. That's where number one starts. So if that's true, the run starts now because I'm really feeling the burn. We'll see you at 15 miles. 15 miles. It ain't so bad. I mean, I'm putting in the work, no doubt, but it ain't so bad. Here in just a few feet, I will break my distance marker, and every stride after that will be the longest run I've ever ran. It's a pretty good milestone to hit. 15 miles, and then it's another quite a big milestone to hit 20. And I take comfort right now knowing that I'm just going to go right in between that, because I want to go just a little past 18 miles to make 30K. And then I got a week where I focus running, but I back off a little bit. Next week I do a run. It's kind of a dress rehearsal for the marathon. It's called the 26.2K dress rehearsal run, and it's supposed to simulate what's going to be like marathon day. So that's going to be backing off just a little bit. It's still 16 miles, so I mean it's still a good long run, but it's gonna feel like the marathon, I believe. But right now I got just less than 5K to go, I think. On that note, I'll see you at 16. All right, there's 16 miles down. So this is definitely way past the point of the furthest I ever ran. And we're gonna wrap this run up in just a little while. 18 something miles. But I'm feeling okay. Like I said earlier, this is where the work is happening. This is where my fitness is building. Stacking on these miles little by little over time. Each week just a little more. Hopefully next month, September 6th. Man, that's close. But 26.2 won't be the struggle that 18 is today. But struggle or not, we're gonna do it. I'll see you at 17. All right, 17 miles. I got to the point of the run where I passed the road that takes me back to my house, and I ain't gonna lie, there was a conversation going on in my head, thinking and convincing myself that I done the work. That's enough of the workout. But as I got to that road, I got a little more than a mile to go. So I said, let me do this other stretch so I can get that other mile and a half or so, whatever I got left in. And as you can see, I won that battle in my brain. We're gonna do this thing. We're gonna finish this run. And it's gonna hurt more, yeah. Had I already got the workout in? Probably, yeah. I probably did. Could I have been justified into making that turn back into my driveway? Pretty much, I probably could have. But this morning, when I stepped out of my driveway, I promised 30K. And 30K is what I'm going to give. So, on that note, I'm happy to tell you that the next time I talk to you will be at the end of this 30K. So, I'll see you at the finish line. All right, I did it. That's 18.6 miles. So I've been telling myself all week it's 18 miles. I didn't realize it's a little more than 18 and a half miles. But 30K in the books. I survived. I didn't die. I want to tell you that last little bit coming home, it was a little bit of an uphill, and oh man, that's the worst my legs have ever felt. I can't say this is the hardest thing that I've ever done, because I remember back with the Marine Corps, we did a 20-mile force march in full gear in the middle of summer. That was absolutely the worst thing, the hardest thing I had ever done. Then probably number 2 will be the Navy Advanced Swim Quals. Who would have thought swim calls would be that terrible? That was the hardest thing I ever done. And I want to say this is probably number 3. Does that mean that the 26.2 is going to be the hardest thing I ever done? I don't know. It's looking like that, but I don't know. But anyway, thanks for running 30K with me and listening to me ramble. Until my next run, do me a favor and keep moving.